support high school sports.
Cost Cutters not only makes you look fabulous, but now they look fabulous too in their new location at 492 Division Street right next to WSPT. Book online, call for an appointment, or just stop by to say hi for the look you want for a whole lot less.
Sentry World, proudly supporting boys and girls high school sports and men's and women's university sports in the Stevens Point and Central Wisconsin community.
Our two teams get ready. Our crowd filters in for a Monday afternoon. I'll be honest, this isn't so bad of a crowd. And I assume we'll get a few more in here before we actually tip it off. We've had some pretty good basketball here in the Sentry. There have been some lopsided games, I'll be honest. But the boys' divisions seem to me to be really equally balanced. And oh my goodness, some of the individual talent, if you've been to the Sentry, you know what I'm talking about. We have seen some really, really good players, some that I wish we could put in purple and gold in the coming years, but there was just some good basketball played over the last 2 days, John.
No kidding, Scotty, and individual talent is so good in high school right now, and it was a pleasure to watch some of the better players here. You know, this Sentry Classic has a tradition of bringing in some really good individuals. Let's take, for example, Jim McIlvain, Nick Van Exel, Janelle McCarville, the Spash women's coach. Of course, she was the #1 draft choice of the WNBA, played for the Charlotte Sting. Henry Ellenson, remember how good he was. Spash's own Sam Hauser, Steve Novak, to name a few. We've brought some talent into this, and they search for that. I know the committee does a really, really good job trying to put this together every year. It's almost a year-round affair trying to get teams signed up for this classic.
Yeah, the longest-running basketball event in the state of Wisconsin, so that's pretty cool. 54 years and counting.
Is that right?
All right, we've got a ball game. Yep. Stevens Point did play well in San Antonio. They did, like everybody else, celebrate holidays however you want to celebrate those or do celebrate those. But now it is back to that grind. And you start it right here on your home floor. Very important to get a win. And for me, I'd like to see, I just have this thing so far, John, where, and I don't know if it's right or wrong, the Pointers are playing to the level of the competition. And when they've had teams that I think they should have beaten a little more soundly, they win the game, but it's not in the fashion, well, and whose fault is that? Mine. You know, I'm not putting it on the Pointers. This is one that I think should end up like last year, kind of lopsided. And with that, hopefully a chance to get some of the young guys in, but you have to play it first.
You know, Scotty, our last game in San Antonio was to play the whole school, Trinity University, which was, you know, a top-ranked team in the country, and we beat them 74-66. I thought that was the first time in our season, our early season, that we played close to 40 minutes of good basketball. Up until then, we've had spurts of basketball, but we haven't always been at our best, I didn't think. So I gained some optimism in that Trinity game because that was a battle, and we battled them right down to the final possession, essentially, and we played really pretty good basketball for that entire game at a high level. That's what you want to bring out here to the floor today. Different opponent, but if you're going to compete in the WIC, you got to maintain a really high level of play, and I don't care who you're playing, right?
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you. And I am right there with you. I got a little more confident after watching the guys play there. While there weren't thousands of people in the building, there was a loud, rather rabid group of fans, and our guys played through that, and they certainly hurt them because we saw it at the end of the game, a little bit of a reaction from some of our players to the fans in the stands. So now you just got to keep that up. You're going to face, you pointed it out a little bit ago, the Muskies have a guy that scores 20 points a game. I want to see who defends him I'm guessing Josiah Butler, but I don't know that for a fact yet. And then, can you keep him under control?
Yep, that's a senior, Sanjay Hunter, out of Racine. And he's had games this year of 30, 26, and 25. Just 5'11", but obviously he can score. And, boy, seems like we've seen a lot of 5'11", 6-foot guards. Quite frankly, at times have driven our defense crazy this year at a number of different places. So how will we fare against a team that wants to play fast and a player who wants to play fast and get downhill on you? Can we keep him under control?
Can you control the tempo of the game? Don't get into a racehorse style, which would be what Lakeland will prefer.
Well, one of the ways you can do that is to out-rebound the team you're playing against. The Pointers have an 8-rebound advantage. Now, in the last couple of years, rebounding has been a challenge, and we've been battling really hard on our boards and have been able to out-rebound our opponents by almost 8 a game. The Muskies, on the other hand, get out-rebounded by 12 a game. You would think perhaps if we could have a real dominating day afternoon on the boards, that kind of slows down a team when they don't have the ball.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. Muskies do like to score it at 74.9, but our Pointers this year are almost at 80 points a game. That's a lot of offense for a UWSP team.
We had that triple overtime game where we scored 114 in the loss. It kind of screwed up our offensive and defensive averages, if you will. We're still averaging less than 70 points a game defensively, but we gave up 115 in those extra minutes down there. They should take that out as a skewed number, but it goes in with the rest of them.
That's how you get averages, I guess. Yeah, something like you're the mathematician. You should know that stuff.
Well, as a guy that had a background in stats, I'd call that an outlier, and I would just simply take it out of the array, if you will.
You get the win without the score?
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm asking.
Well, no, I mean, of course not in basketball, but when you see an outlier number like that in stats, a lot of time you just drop it out of the sample. But it doesn't work that way in sports.
I didn't know they cheated on numbers like that. No. See, now I'm going to be a skeptic all the time when you tell me the guy's scoring 40. What? You threw out the game that he had 2?
Well, no, it doesn't work that way in sports. But in the rest of the world, you want that number to best fit the array of data points, guys. So when you got one that just doesn't make sense, you just throw it out.
The array of data points. Let's take a quick 1-minute break. We'll come right back. This is UW Stevens Point Men's Basketball, WPCN.
Auto Select is your dependable auto repair and service destination with qualified technicians you know you can trust. Schedule an appointment or stop in to visit them at one of their 2 Stevens Point locations on Highway 10 East and on Church Street. Whether it's a nail in your tire, noise under the hood, or just an oil change, Auto Select gets you back on the road. Auto Select. Quality, dependable auto repair and service performed by qualified technicians you can trust.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on the Packers. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact Jim Migas, agent at 2415 Post Road in Plover, or call him at 341-5700 today.
As we tip off here, we'll get our national anthem in a moment. We're going to mention it here. Coach is out of earshot. If he gets a win here today, Pointer coach Kent Dornbach would get his 50th win as the head coach here at UWSP. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that happens in front of the home crowd. We'll just leave it at that. Hopefully that will be the case here today. So we're about ready to celebrate with our coach if he's able to pull this one through. All right. You've got a pretty nice crowd.
It's got a real nice crowd. Some of the high school teams are here to watch.
We're going to get our national anthem. We'll be right back. Pointer Basketball, WPCN.
Nate Olson of Next Home Priority is a slam dunk. Nate is the top producing agent in Portage County and #1 in families served. Buying or selling a home? Make sure to get Nate Olson on your team.
You can now replay your favorite UWSP, Pacelli, and Smash games at 921WPCN.com. Listen live to our weekly broadcasts throughout the season. After the games are over, go to 921WPCN.com and listen to the broadcast you missed or relive the best moments of the season. 92.1 and 1010 AM. Your home for UWSP, Smash, and Pacelli sports. And your home for True Oldies. Listen to the games live at 921WPCN.com. The True Oldies channel.
From small-town businesses to large multi-state operations, Tricor Insurance have industry expertise that can cover all types of businesses.
Having an insurance agency that understands our business is a real benefit. They know our people. It's something Tricor does really well.
Tricor's in-depth knowledge of insurance, regulation, compliance, and safety consulting is here to help your business succeed. Working with leading insurance companies like Auto Owners Insurance. They'll be there when you need them most. Visit TricorInsurance.com to learn more about Tricor Insurance Cycle of Care.
The final score, Sports Bar and Grill on the corner of 2nd and Maria, Stevens Point. We have all of your game day needs, or stop at the OT Tavern next door for a little something extra.
All right, back in the front. As we are about ready to get this thing underway here today. 2 more games that we will broadcast after this one. Later tonight, just a little before 7, we'll be back with the Spash boys against Sauk Prairie, and then close it out with the Pacelli boys against Auburndale. Starting lineups for the Muskies, it'll be 6'1" senior Jackson Dillon out of Menasha High School, 5'11" senior Sanjay Hunter from Racine and Prairie School High School. The rest of the starting lineup here for Lakeland College will include 6'3" senior Peyton Moradic from Luxembourg Casco High, 6'4" junior Parker Braun from Brillion, 6'1" freshman Max Justic out of Chicago, Illinois. And Lakeland coached by Sam Schrader in his 9th year. For our pointers, it is 6'5" junior Seth Myron from Appleton Kimberly High School, 6'2" junior Josiah Butler from Appleton Fox Valley Lutheran, 6' sophomore Carter Combs from Stevens Point, 6'8" junior Cal Crone from Waukesha West, and 6'4" junior Logan Bumgartner out of Medford, Wisconsin. And the pointers, of course, coached by Kent Dernbach. He's in his 3rd season at UWSP. Well, here we go. Last game of the year.
Yes.
And then we hit the second half of the season.
Scotty, are the Pointer women playing today, too, down in Florida?
They won already.
They won already.
73-42.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Michigan State, which I believe was previously undefeated.
Is that right?
I think something like that. They had a point record.
The Pointer women are undefeated, correct me if I'm wrong.
They are 11-0 now. So
Impressive.
Congrats.
Yes.
Now I guess they get an off day on the beach down there for a day before they come back home.
That won't be any fun.
No. Daytona Beach is where they are. All right. Cal Crone will jump center against 6'3" Moradic. And we'll get this game underway. And 6'8" wins the tip. Into the front court comes Josiah Butler. Over it'll go to Carter Combs. In deep on the baseline. Josiah goes up and scores it.
Yeah, man-to-man.
Right inside.
Man-to-man, and they kind of inverted the guard, and good seal by Josiah.
Yep. Up front with it is Hunter. Right wing down to the baseline into the hands of Braun. Braun working against Cal in the post. Step back, tried to go by him. I thought he traveled. We're going to get an early foul on Cal.
I got to say, he got a bump. Yeah, he went. You know, he did the first crossover step and then took the other. I'm not sure our coaches are all too pleased with that. There was a bump.
There was a little bit. I thought he got an extra step out of that, but I guess I was wrong.
Yeah.
First free throw of the game, not good for Parker Braun. 6'4" junior out of Brillion, Wisconsin. And he does make that one, so it's 2-1. Stevens Point. Players will bring it up. Butler into the front court. Right side to Carter Combs. Long cross court, Josiah gives it to Logan on the wing, down to the baseline. Seth Myron. Seth on the dribble into the lane, gets his position, goes up and scores.
Boy, we've been able to get to the rim pretty much just with strength moves, back-to-back possessions.
Hunter front court for Stevens Point, 4 1-pointers down to the baseline, cut off by Carter Combs. Ball pop free on the floor. Myron handoff. Carter front court. He'll run it, gives it off to Crone on the left side, stops things up. He backs his way down, steps through, goes up, missed the money. I thought he would use glass, and for some reason he didn't, unless he was because of the foul.
It was. I think he was going glass. That came up short because of the hit on the elbow.
Foul was on Parker Braun. His first team.
Thought Carter maybe had Josiah flashing on that break. Went to Cal instead. Worked out.
Cal's free throw good. This is where we've got to make sure we get Cal really at his peak, and that is shooting free throws right now.
60% on the year. He gets to the line a lot, 73 times now, 74 and 5. So, yeah, you want to see him shoot upwards of 75, right?
Yeah, I would hope. Made them both 6-1, Stevens Point early lead. Front court, Muskies out high left. Toss it near the top of the circle. Hunter pinned down. Left side on the dribble drive. Off the rim, no. Cal high for the rebound. Off the miss by Dillon. Pointers back relatively quickly. Butler left side. Cal wants to post. They'll instead go around the horn. Baumgartner out on the right side, down to Seth on the baseline. Myron holds, brings it to the lane. Little spin move, goes up left hand.
They're going to get a travel?
Yeah, they're going to get a travel.
I think so. Contact
got
game,
and lost the ball, and then I guess
he usually finishes that earlier with the left hand. He did a little bit more spin there than he needed to, maybe.
6'1", Dillon on the wing, takes it baseline against Josiah. To the corner, running down, quick outlet. Braun with it from Justic. Left side, Hunter wants 3. No. Rebound, Cal Crone.
He's their scorer, averages 20 a game, missed that one.
Pointers up 6-1. Carter Combs, left baseline. Crone with it. Myron around Josiah. Quickly to the right corner, Baumgartner. Looked inside. It'll go to Carter in deep. Cal had the ball poked away, just didn't handle it very well. Braun with the steal, up the wing. Deep 3 coming, off the rim. Combs with a rebound. Oh, we've turned it over a couple of times here. Pass into the front court to Butler.
Yeah, I'm not sure Coach is real happy with our movement early in this game.
Nope. Bounce pass down on the baseline. Butler trying to take his man inside. Spins, goes up short and got...
Well, that's a matchup that they just can't handle. Josiah so strong, our leading scorer, at 19-4 a game.
8-1 pointers. Dillon over. Hunter drives inside, kicks to the corner, back out. Braun thought about it. Dillon for a 3, rolls off the rim. Rebound Crone, outlet Combs. Carter quickly to the arc. Long cross court. Logan for 3. Got it.
Well, see if they get a timeout here, Scotty. They're down 10.
11 1-pointers out to a quick start.
And they've been settling for 3-point shots. And they're not
more coming in.
Sorry, Scotty. And they're not a high percentage 3-point team.
Hunter trying to back Carter down. Kicks it to the perimeter. Off the dribble here is Moradic. Ball almost stolen away. Back off Braun in the free throw lane. Pull up and hits the 15-footer.
Now, Cal had to be careful there not to pick up an early second foul.
11 3-pointers. Carter Combs goes left. Myron open for a moment. Good recovery by Lakeland. Logan, right side, it'll go there. Carter looked inside, gives it back out on top to Butler. Lob into the post, didn't get there. Stolen away. Up it will come, top of the circle, Braun. Braun bounce pass into the corner, driving baseline, and then nowhere to go, so he threw it off the leg of Myron and out of bounds. It'll be Lakeland basketball, and we're going to get a timeout. Media, I believe.
It is.
15:45 to go in the opening half. Pointers 11, and Lakeland 3 back in 1 minute. Pointer men's basketball on WPCN.
Welcome to Springville Sports Barn, where great food and sports come together. Located in the heart of Plover, Springville is dishing up the best plates, from their famous cheesy Italian fries to homemade pizzas to the best Friday fish features in Plover, all while you cheer on your favorite teams. Follow Springville Sports Barn on Facebook and visit their website for the most up-to-date events and specials. Reservations and takeouts are available. Located on Plover Springs Drive in Plover, look for the Big Red Barn. Open Tuesday through Sunday at 11 a.m.
We examine EKGs and use advanced imaging to uncover minute details. But what we see is you. We see how your heart beats with love and powers laughter. Even as we practice the latest medical science and perform advanced procedures, what we see is how we can help you live a healthy and active life. Healthcare is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Heart Care. What we see is you.
Lakeland with the ball. Konechny into the game. He's out of Marshfield, Columbus. Really good program over at Columbus. Not much size, but boy, can they play. Into the lane, ball tied up. Grant Muntz couldn't hang on to it. More defending on the wing. Lob it back out on top to Dillon. Step back jumper. That's not going to go. Rebound, Isaiah Moore.
Well, we haven't missed a shot yet, Scotty. Unfortunately, we've turned it over 3 times.
Carter Combs down to the left baseline. Long cross court to Moore. Isaiah on the dribble down low, poked away by Hunter. Isaiah got it back, bounces it to Logan, right side of the lane. He'll take it into the lane, turnaround jumper. He's got that one. He's got 5.
And Pointers are 5 for 5.
It's not a bad thing. 13-3. Hunter back up. Front court, right side, Dillon. Moore with the defense there. You definitely have a size advantage. Well, you fell away, and Dillon takes the 3, doesn't hit it. Combs with a rebound.
Muskie's settling for 3s right now.
Easiest shot, which doesn't always help. Grant Muntz, left block, spin move, goes up left hand, overlaid. Rebound, Logan Baumgartner. Down to the baseline, lost it, got it back, goes up. What are we going to get, a foul?
Yeah, I think that'll be a possession foul. They'll probably take it out of bounds. I don't think he was shooting yet. Grant did a great job, Scott. He kind of pushed off to get himself a shot, and then he overlaid with the left hand. He's got to work on, he's doing so many good things this series. He's got to be a little better finishing. Going to the bench early this game.
Max Raymer into the game for Stevens Point. Inbound to Grant on the baseline, out to Josiah. Backs it out with the dribble. He's guarded there now by Middlestat, who's in. Butler to a cutting Grant Muntz up.
Beautiful.
Last scored it.
Yep. Just a nice screen and dive, and both defenders went with the ball.
15 3-pointers. Quick lead, drive to the basket. Won't go. Moore with a rebound. 2-on-2 breakout. Isaiah all the way coast to coast. Goes up, overlaid, rebound. Put back up by Raymer. He's got it.
Who else but Max Raymer? He's such a good-looking freshman. Does a lot of things well. That time, rebound.
17-3. Handoff pass. Konechny over to the left wing. It'll go there. Muskies will slow it down. Up on top. Middlestat off the screen by Braun. Kick to the right wing. This is Hunter with it. Got a screen. Takes it down the lane.
They got to get
travel. I think not a travel, but a foul on Grant. I think.
And this would be a 2-shot foul. Well, Hunter trying to get to the glass and was able to draw the foul. He'll shoot 2. Where he is an 84% free throw shooter.
Generally, when you score the ball at 20 a game, you're probably getting some of those at the line, right?
Yeah, he's been there 70 times. Now 71 has made 60.
Josh Booker in for the Pointers. 17 four-pointer lead.
Great to see Josh playing healthy, at least as best we know he's healthy.
Yeah.
Took a while, but boy, he brings a lot of strength and athleticism to the tables.
Second one is good for Hunter. So it's a 12-pointer lead. Skyward Incorporated, connecting parents and education. Raymer goes left, Moore. Long cross court, Grant. Out to Butler for three. Gary.
Well, that's his spot. The high wing. Catch and shoot.
15-point lead. Biggest of the ball game so far. Deep three from the wing, not good. Muntz with a nice box out rebound. Butler, he'll run it up. Looking at Booker on the left baseline. Josh thinking about it again. Now takes it in and out and back in.
Well, the bench said, take it. And he did.
22-5. Hunter with the handoff. Knitsny around. It'll go to the left wing. Baseline drive. Nice job by Middlestead.
Came off a screen, and our help was nowhere to be found that time. Slow rotation.
22-7. Josiah finds Isaiah on the wing. Booker. He's going to try a three. Rolls it off the rim. Muntz kept it alive. Tipped it out of bounds. So it'll come back to the Muskies. 12:20 to go here. Sentry World, a proud supporter of high school and UW Stevens Point athletics in central Wisconsin. So great to have all of our sponsors with us. Front court dribble with it is Justic. On and over to the left wing. It'll go there. Gage Cornell into the game. He's out of Manitowoc. Near the top of the circle, right by Grant Muntz to the rack and lay it in for Braun.
Beat off the dribble. You gotta move your feet on that one.
22-9. Moore gives it across the way to Raymer. Stevens Point looking for win number 10 on the season. When the women were victorious down in Daytona. Won both games down there. Grant, left block, into the lane, jump stop, turn around, left-handed. Got it.
Like that move. Can you tell he's been working with Cal Crone?
Yeah, and Seth Myron really good with both hands down.
There's a lot of both of them there.
24-9, Braun with it at the arc. Starts left against Grant. Smaller, maybe a little quicker, kick to the corner, three ball buried that time. Justic. 24-12, Stevens Point.
Their first three of the game.
Well, they got to fall eventually, one would think. Booker works his way deep. Little lean in, underlaid. Up it will come with Braun. Front court, top of the circle, left wing. Dillon wants three. That's back-to-back. And now Point's going to get a timeout.
Not happy with this. We're up 17, up 9 now. They got a 10-2 run on us.
It is 10:44 to go and a 30-second timeout. We'll take the break, coming right back. Pointer basketball, WPCN.
Blinds and Designs by Kelly. Help Kelly inspire you. She offers a full line of blinds and window coverings. You'll love her design experience. Free at-home consultation, and she'll bring the showroom to you. It's as easy as a phone call to set up a consult. 715-295-0000. That's 715-295-0000. Keep the heat inside this winter with Blinds and Designs. Stop in at 77 Sunset Boulevard or give her a call. 715-295-0000. And go team!
Pointers do have a lead. It was bigger. It has been whittled down, but that's basketball. That's a game of runs. And right now the run favoring Lakeland.
Yeah, Coach Dernbach quickly getting the starting five back on the floor. Went to the bench early, and the lead kind of started to disappear.
So indeed, as John just said, the entire starting five back on the floor.
So Lakeland 5 of 13 at this stage of the game, 38%. The Pointers 10 of 14, 71%.
Little zone,
Little zone press.
Pointers into the front court without any trouble.
Well, we've seen a lot of that already this year, haven't we?
Yep. Butler, right side, Crone. Cal to the baseline. Back to the basket, inside. Nice pass underneath.
Oh, good block.
Logan took a little too long to get that shot up. Would have been an easy two. Blocked away. Here come the Muskies to the corner. 3-ball.
Boom.
Buried 3 in a row. And Cornell makes this now a 6-point game.
And all of a sudden, the Muskies are feeling like big fish in the pond, Scotty.
Yeah, well, all you got to do is put shots in the basket, right?
Yep.
Right side, Butler. In deep to Seth Myron. Backs his way in. A little jump hook, left hand, no, but a foul.
That's the patent Myron play there. Working off the right side, coming back up the right shoulder and shooting left hand. Well, boy, how quickly that lead disappeared, Scotty.
Yeah, well, it does. It goes up in a hurry. Sometimes it comes down in a hurry.
Well, they've hit 3 threes in a row, and that'll do it.
Myron's free throw left short. Maybe 24 is the new unlucky number.
Yeah, it's getting stuck on 24 today. Yeah. Seth is a 69% shooter on this season. He's kind of streaky from the foul line. Like he'll miss some in a row and then make a whole bunch in a row.
And he got that one off the roll. He's got 3 in the Pointer lead at 7, 25-18. Hunter front court for the Muskies off the screen. Illegal at that. Down the lane, laid it up and in.
And suddenly they're scoring.
That was a shoulder throw that time by Zolkoffer White. Surprised they didn't whistle that. Josiah on top. Bumgartner. Logan into the post. Cal gets deep, goes up and overlaid. That was an easy one. He just put it up too hard. Hunter back quickly. It's a 5-point game now. White over to the left corner. 3 blocked and a foul on Logan.
Is that going to be 3 shots?
I'm not sure. Yep, it is.
Wow, what a run here by the Muskies.
Jackson
maybe
Dillon, not a Menasha.
Maybe it was too easy too soon.
Logan with his first. Team fouls even at 3. Free throw not good.
We're almost all the way back, Scotty.
Yeah.
This guy's 68%. 68% on the year, 13 of 19.
That one's good.
Boy, that 17-point lead went away in a hurry.
Still 9:17 to go in the half. Well, we saw Spash overcome a deficit of 18 in the second half to win last night, so we know anything is possible. It's a one-possession game at 25-22. Butler crosses the timeline, gives it up to Carter Combs. Logan on the wing. Of course, for a while you weren't missing any shots. Now all of a sudden you're not putting any in the basket.
Well, and we were getting a lot of shots close in.
Logan inside. Cal against a much smaller player. Takes it up, has it batted away out of bounds. How is that not a foul?
You know, and there's a case where Cal had a mismatch on him, didn't know it. If he had just gone straight up when he caught it, he actually did a fake and a move where he really didn't need to. He could have just gone in and scored.
Right now, Zellhofer White. Zollikoffer, pardon me. He's out of Milwaukee Academy of Science. Trying to match up with Cal.
Oh, boy.
Pointers throw it into the backcourt. The race for the basketball. Zollikoffer White beat Cal to it, and he lays it in. It's a 1-point game. Well, 25-24, just a bad inbound.
Started off as a thing of beauty, has become a thing of...
Yeah. Well, now go back and get to work again. Seth Myron, double team high. Off it'll go there. Josiah. And we're going to get a foul.
A hold down in the post.
Yeah, he's Zollikoffer White isn't really playing basketball in there right now. Well, he's just hammering on Cal.
And I think that's why he was put in there.
Yeah, I agree with
to do exactly what he's doing.
Crone on the baseline. Zollikoffer White swinging in at him. Somewhere you got to clean that up.
Well,
Cal to the move down the baseline. Oh, it rolls off the rim. He'll go to the line.
The other thing he's doing, Scotty, which is not legal, is he's getting into Cal's cylinder. You know, that imaginary cylinder that goes up.
Silo.
Yep. And,
well, here's Cal now again. You got to make free throws.
oh, just one.
Go smaller?
As long as Cal doesn't get hurt, I don't mind him getting played a little physically here because it's going to happen in the WIAC.
You can count on that.
Made the first. It's a 2-point pointer lead.
So they'll call for White on the bench with that second foul.
Yep. Cal's second. Short. Ends up short. Rebound. Pointers. Back up and in. Seth Myron boarded it. Put it back up and in. I couldn't see it, but there were only 4 guys I could see. The guy with the ball I couldn't. Nice drive by Hunter, and he goes right by our defense to score.
Something we talked about pregame. Can we keep him from going downhill? That came off a high screen.
Myron over to Butler. Josiah to the basket, lays it up with the left hand and scores it.
Good explosion.
Pretty physical right now. They just don't get ankles rolled or anything there. Hunter on the wing into the corner with it here. Justic back off left sideline. That's Morodic trying to back down Logan. Kick pass into the right corner. Back outside. Dillon open 3. Got it. They're hot now. They started poorly, but they can shoot it. 30-29. Carter off the wing to the corner. Back out to Myron. Butler down to Crone on the left block. Spin move. Tried to take it up. Stripped away out of bounds. And it'll be pointer ball.
Oh, there's a double on Cal, and somebody needed to cut from the backside. But we're going to get a media timeout.
Media timeout, 7:12 to go in the half. Pointers 30. Lakeland 29. We'll be back in a minute. Pointer men's basketball, WPCN.
Since 1977, Partners Pub in Stevens Point has been a favorite local bar and grill and still is today, providing great food, drinks, and entertainment 365 days a year, and a great place to watch your favorite sports teams on the big screen. Only a few blocks from the UWSP campus and Berkey Field, Partners is your best pregame destination. One of the lowest food and drink priced establishments in town, serving quality 7 days a week. Located on Stanley Street in Stevens Point, Partners Pub and Grill. Taste the tradition.
Hi everyone, Scott Glinski here, CEO of Skyward. Since 1980, we've watched as your student athlete went from playing t-ball in kindergarten to making varsity their junior year. During that time, we've stayed committed to one goal, keeping your student athlete performing at 100% in the classroom. That's why we provide our Family Access Parent Portal, where you can stay up to date on academic scores, attendance, course requests, and more. The result? Your student athlete can focus on the sports they love while being a front runner in the classroom. As times continue to change around us, our commitment to our customers and community remains strong. Skyward, a proud supporter of local and state athletics.
7:12 to go in the opening half. Stevens Point up by 1.
Struggling on
up by 17.
Struggling on the defensive end mightily.
Max Raymer off Butler in deep. Raymer is fouled by Dillon.
That'll be team foul 6.
2 on Dillon, I do believe.
Convinced the Muskies will shoot from here on in for 7:05 to go.
They were under the basket.
Early on, they were shooting around 30%, Scotty. Now they're up to 55%. They've hit their last 4 3-point shots.
Konechny into the game for the Muskies. Myron baseline. Butler. Raymer on top. Carter Combs with it. Back up to Cal. Back to Carter. Thought about it. Didn't load it. Myron, 6 on the clock, into lane, pull-up jumper, short, rebound battle for Myron, got it, and then out of bounds, unfortunately.
Maybe somebody got a piece of that shot a little bit from Seth. Well, good shooting cures all ills, as the old saying goes, and right now, Lakeland feeling pretty healthy.
Hunter up the high screen, trying to work against Carter Combs. Got by him right to the basket again, and Muskies have their first lead of the game at 31-30.
Yeah, he's beating Carter right now.
Yep. He's got 8. Butler goes right. Down to the baseline. Spins deep. Got inside. Back to Cal, and he will dunk it.
Yeah, but now can we play some defense?
Or at least better than we have. Into the corner. Well, there's you go. The Muskies threw one away.
Well, to the fourth row.
Sometimes you get that early lead, you think it's going to be easy. Yeah. But now, obviously, you know it's not.
Well, the momentum.
Get back to what you were doing.
The momentum has certainly switched big time.
Cal Crone holds it on top, hands it to Butler. Josiah. Right back to Cal on the left wing. Connects with Butler going deep. He'll go up, score it with a foul. Fed him off the cut that time, and then foul.
That was a good hit. I mean, a big hit, and yet Josiah able to go through it and score. That's just how strong he has gotten. We're talking about Josiah Butler, the junior out of Appleton and Fox Valley Lutheran.
34-31, a chance to get the lead back up to 4 if you can knock down the free one. 5:48 to go in the opening half. 54th annual Sentry Classic. Butler got it.
Well, let's see if we can get some stops here.
Here comes Hunter with the ball in hand. Reverses, ball tipped away by Carter, but Hunter got it back. Takes him to the lane. Kick out on the wing with the ball there is Braun. Back up on top, left side, Konieczny to Hunter down the lane. Off the glass, no good bother that time by Carter Combs. Cal with the rebound. He'll bring it into the front court himself. Gives it off to Max Raymer. Down to the baseline, pulls up. Have to get rid of it. Out it'll go to Myron. Drone trying to position down low. That's quite a battle. Raymer in the right corner. Starts it move to the hoop. Gets in deep. Turnaround jumper. Got his first 2 of the game. Well, I'm sorry. Second 2 of the game. 37-31. Right wing Konieczny. Kick out there. We'll go to Moratek in the free throw circle. Left corner. Muskies certainly feeling better than they did at the start. Hunter wants a 3. Hands down. Hits the 3.
Yep, Carter didn't go out and challenge.
37-34. Pointers by 3.
Well, Hunter is showing his scoring abilities. Averages 20 a game, and we haven't slowed him down.
Yeah, that's for sure. Josiah Butler, baseline drive, up inside, ball stripped away. Nice job that time by Braun. 3 to tie. Hunter at the arc, behind the back, kick to the corner on the dribble. Inside, a little bump, pull-up jumper, rolls off the rim. One-handed rebound by Cal Crone.
Well, 4 minutes to go. Can we spread this lead a little bit?
37-34. Combs off the Myron screen. Gives back to Seth. Now Cal up at the free throw line. Jumper on the way. That's not going to go. Rebound. Muskies. Right side pass. Braun into the lane against Cal. Turns around. Fade away. In and out. No. Myron boards. Gets it off here to Carter Combs. 3-point ball game. Down to 3.5 minutes to go in the opening half. Left wing Myron. Raymer. Up on top and over to the corner. Cal got in deep. He'll go up and score it.
Yeah. You would think that would be a matchup we could really almost go to every time, wouldn't you?
Well, I think so. I think we eventually will see that. Hunter, front court. Braun, left side. Moratek looks and finds Hunter. Drives it into the lane against Carter. Turnaround jumper. Forced one. Yeah. Didn't get it. Calls for a rebound. Foul on Sanjay Hunter, his second.
Tried a really difficult shot there. If that had gone in, I was ready to put out a white flag.
2:58 to go. Media timeout. Pointers up 5. We'll be right back. Pointer men's basketball on WPCN.
The Final Score Sports Bar and Grill. You can score amazing food and drinks at Stevens Point's perennial Sports Bar and Grill.
Tricor Insurance works with leading insurance carriers like Auto Owners Insurance to provide honest and reliable service when you need it most.
For one, I want them to know that they're not alone. They know that no matter what happens when it comes up, that they can count on us to to assist them through that process, whatever it may be.
Tricor and Auto Owners Insurance for your home, auto, and more. Visit TricorInsurance.com to find an agent near you.
To go in the opening half. Stevens Point with the advantage right now, 39-34. Pointers had at one stage a 17-point lead,
which disappeared in a hurry. The Pointers have outscored the Muskies 26-12 in the paint, which was always going to be an advantage. But give the Muskies credit. They've been lighting it up pretty well from the perimeter, including 5 of 11 from behind the three-point line. They're 29% on the year, sitting at 45% right now.
Cal's going to get a rest, so Josh Booker in. Yep. You're going to have Combs, Booker, Myron, Raymer, and Butler on the floor. Carter Combs looking for his first point of the game. Takes his time, takes the free throw, and it rattles out. Ouch. That's 39-34. Konechny into the front court. Across the way, it'll go there. Cornell. Down to the corner. Dillon. Outside. White. Raymer's got that tough matchup now. He's given up some size. Outside. Down to the baseline. Sneaking in. Middle step. Pass deflected. Who's going to get there? Max Raymer on the break to the other end. He'll go. Oh, and he missed the dunk. Rebound. Butler goes up. Can't get it.
Well, where's the foul?
Then, ball knocked out of bounds. Max got a little bump going up, I think.
Yeah, but in this stage in the game, just make the layup. Just make the layup. Boy, but did Josiah get hammered on the putback?
Yeah, they missed one there. There's no doubt about it. And we've got a timeout. Somebody take this timeout?
I don't know. They're going to look. What are they going to look at?
2:27 to go.
They're coming over to look at something. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe possession.
The ball went off of?
Yeah. But boy, Josiah just got hammered.
I said early on, the way Lakeland is playing, they are doing a lot of bumping.
Yep.
And I'm afraid they're doing a lot of bumping when guys are off their feet.
Yep.
And what happens, you can easily come down on somebody's foot, roll an ankle, or worse. You just got to be careful. Basketball can be played physically, but as a player, you got to know you don't want to hurt a guy. And if you're knocking him around when he's off his feet, then I'm not a fan of that, I guess.
I agree. That whole thing fell apart, Scotty, when Max Raymer, the freshman, Raymer, decided to go up and attempt the dunk.
Agree.
And he might have actually got bumped on the way up, which didn't allow him to elevate as much as he was expecting to. But you know what? When you're out in front, just run her down, get it off glass, and go play defense.
I'm going to agree with you there. I do think Zolikoff or White got away with a bump on Max's drive, and then, as you pointed out, Butler got absolutely annihilated on the putback try with no call.
Yeah,
so call on the floor stands. So that means it's not going to be good for us.
Yeah.
2:27 to go.
That's two we should have had.
Yeah.
A number of different ways, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, he must be the enforcer. We're talking about Zolikoff or White. If he's around the ball, there's contact.
Yeah, and that's okay. His job, I guess, is to be one of the bad boys from the Detroit Pistons, but just play basketball. Into the front court, it will come. A little push off there, hand off Konechny. Zolikoff or White on top. Konechny for a three. He will not miss many. I tell you, those Columbus kids can shoot it. 39-37. Off the screen on top. Nobody got near him. Raymer on the right side. Took one dribble and then picked it up. Myron in the corner, trying to go baseline. Gets in pretty deep. He's going to use the left hand and scores it.
Well, we're giving up too many points defensively.
Yeah, that's the key right now. Your offense is still good. but you're giving up way too many. Well, and credit Lakeland, they're making the threes, but ball stolen away by Josh Booker. He's going to take it down to the other end, right to the rack. Doesn't get a call. Ball goes out of bounds. Whose ball?
Pointers.
Yep, fortunate there.
You sort of knew 30 feet away he was going to go.
He was going.
Yep.
Pointal inbound, 25 on shot clock. Inbound to Myron, 1:30 in the half. Set in deep, a lot of contact underneath the Booker. He'll go up and throw that down with force.
Nobody was going to block that one.
No. That's a little bit of what you can see. Now, settle in, get another stop, get another basket. Off on the right wing, it'll go to Dillon. Double team there, bounce pass. Travel.
Sure did. Yep. All right, you got a couple possessions here. You're up 6. See if you get this up to 10. And then go into the locker room up double digits.
Sanjay Hunter back in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might go right at him. He's got 2 fouls already.
Yeah, he won't want to pick up the third.
To invert and get your guard down there, Josiah. Looks like he's going to play Josiah.
Yeah, which is a tough matchup.
See if you can get him underneath and get a third foul.
I agree.
Myron looking inside. On the wing, down to the baseline, spins into the lane. Kicks it out. Raymer for 3. No. Over the head of Booker. Outlet, it'll come. Hunter into the front court to the basket. Put his head down. Puts it up. No.
What are they going to do?
And now they're going to call a foul.
On who?
Oh, that's so bad.
Wow.
He just absolutely lowered his shoulder to go into the lane, and they call it on Carter Combs.
You got 2 guys right there watching it, and the guy trailing at half court decides to blow his whistle.
That's just a garbage call. Combs with his foul. I mean, I don't get that one.
That was interesting.
Yeah. It's a bad call. I don't care how you want to try to describe it. Just a garbage call.
Well, I mean, okay. Of all the contact that's been happening on the other end, how is there nothing called the other way?
Hunter made them both. 43-39. Well, maybe he's a Lakeland graduate.
Well, who knows?
In the front court, Josiah Butler. Comes left side. I still want to go after Hunter.
Yep.
Down on the block. Booker, left side. In. Takes it up and scores it. Nice job by
great
Booker.
Great footwork there.
45-39, 27 seconds to go. Shot clock off.
Yep, last
They'll
possession.
go for a last one.
You got to think Hunter's going to do something going to the rim.
He's going to get a shot. That would be my guess. Will he try to get to the rim and take a 3? Off the high screen. Seth picks him up. Drives right by Seth to the basket. Lost it going up. Blocked away. I didn't see that part.
Yeah, Josh Booker came over and erased it. Boy, he can get off the floor. We're talking about Josh Booker.
6.2 seconds to go, and I think Lakeland's going to take a 30 here.
They are.
All right. 6.2. We're going to stay right here. 6.2 seconds to go in the half. Yeah, you're going to get bad calls. That, in our opinion, was one of those against Carter Combs. Now, can you somehow defend well enough to not allow them to get a basket here right at the end of the half? Partners Pub and Grill in Stevens Point, your pre-gaming headquarters since 1977. Taste the tradition. Stanley Street, Stevens Point.
Well, see if they run some screening action for a 3. They've been hot out there, Scotty. I might at this point let Hunter trigger the ball in and look for Konechny, the shooter. Is he on the floor?
Yeah, he is.
I might look for him to hit a 3.
Hunter will inbound. Watch for Konechny. Hunter looking, wanted to go underneath, gives to the corner. This is Konechny, drives it into the lane, pull-up jumper over Raymer, doesn't go, and the Pointers will have a 6-point lead at the half. It is UW Stevens Point 45, Lakeland 39. Let's take a 2-minute break. We will come right back. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN.
Vista Royale Campground is booking for the 2026 camping seasons. Camping enjoyment for the whole family. Themed weekends, live music, jumping pillow, swimming, fishing, and don't forget to end your days around the campfire with a s'more and beverage in hand. Full season sites plus cabins that sleep up to 12, tenting, and full hookups available. Vista Royale Campground, just 15 minutes south of Plover, located on Isherwood Road in Bancroft. Visit VistaRoyale.com today and check them out on Facebook. Cost Cutters not only makes you look fabulous, but now they look fabulous too in their new location at 492 Division Street right next to WSPT. Book online, call for an appointment, or just stop by to say hi for the look you want for a whole lot less.
We examine lab results closely. We monitor treatment progress meticulously. But what we see is you. We see how cancer affects the life you lead and touches the love you share. Even as we practice the latest treatments and consider the most advanced options, what we see is how we can provide the best possible care for you. Cancer care is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Cancer Care. What we see is you.
Locally owned and operated, Rock and Roll Cafe would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. till 3 p.m. with extended hours on Friday. Come in and try their Rockstar skillets. Going out for lunch or dinner? Give their delicious gourmet burgers a try with them all. Rock and Roll Cafe also serves pasta, salads, wraps, and more. And of course, their Friday fish fry. Keep it local and have your next breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Rock and Roll Cafe, where you're always treated like a rock star. Located at 2801 Stanley Street, Stevens Point.
Hey parents, Scott Glinsky here, president of Skyward, where we know the value of time. That's why we're here to make sure busy parents like you can stay up to date on your kids' grades, attendance, lunch account balances, and more with Skyward Family Access and new mobile app. You'll save time checking in on our redesigned app and have more time to cheer on your kids. Access the information you need anytime, any place, and on any device with Skyward, a proud supporter of all local and state athletics.
Leading Lakeland 45-39. A game that the Pointers at, well, one of the early stages were up by 17. And then things turned around, and now we're in what we would definitely call a dogfight.
Well, that's a fact, Scotty. That was 12:53. So essentially after 7 minutes, we had that 17-point lead. And I have to admit myself thinking, wow, this could turn into a one-sided affair. But from that point forward, we've been outscored 34-23. So for the better part of that first half, we've been outscored by 11. And the better team, at least on the scoring side of things, has been the Muskies. 39 is too many to give up, especially when you'd only given up 5 in the first 7 minutes. In less than 13 minutes, you gave up 34 points. And I'm sure Coach Sternbach isn't happy with that at all. And we know at times this year our defense has not been good. And it certainly was not good down the stretch. So see if we can fix that at halftime.
Well, I'm sure that'll be a point of emphasis. If you just look back the last 2 games, at half, Hardin Simmons had 22, and at half, in that Trinity game, they were at 26, and now you've given up 39. That's just, that's not going to cut it for Coach, I don't think.
Oh, no. He doesn't, again, getting the ball to the rim, guards, the opposing guards, against our man-to-man, Coach can come and play 1-2-2 and try to seal the paint a little bit, but I know he doesn't want to. Let's face it, we're a man-to-man program. The other thing that happens if you go to that 1-2-2 is you start giving up some three-point shots, and we've already seen that they're comfortable shooting from threes. So, we'll see what we do here. Just have to play better D.
Keep our fingers crossed on that, huh?
Boy, it hasn't been good for the last 12 minutes and 53 seconds, I can say that.
Well, and when we get to conference, they're all watching film.
Well,
those teams with guards are going to go right at you.
I'm thinking about a young man named Renta over at Eau Claire that if we're going to have troubles here today, he'll just be salivating on Saturday. He had some big games against us last year, as you remember, Scotty. So we're gonna be challenged for sure on Saturday. But let's get this one. Let's get this one in the win column first.
Yep. Final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard showing Stevens Point 45, Lakeland 39. The final score, Sports Bar and Grill. Watch your favorite team and enjoy the daily food and drink specials. Final score, second, Anne Maria, Stevens Point. Pointer women did win already today, 73-42. So down in Florida, the Pointer women won yesterday, 68-34, and today 73-42. Now they will be on the road Saturday to open conference at Eau Claire. Pointer men will be home with the undefeated Eau Claire Blue Gold. So some work to do for our guys right now.
Boy, how quickly time goes, right? Yeah. It seems like forever ago we were talking about, well, these games we gotta play well because you gotta get ready for the conference games, and here we are, just a few days away.
That's a fact. 45-39. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll come right back. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN.
You can now replay your favorite UWSP, Pacelli, and Smash games at 921WPCN.com. Listen live to our weekly broadcasts throughout the season. After the games are over, go to 921WPCN.com and listen to the broadcast you missed or relive the best moments of the season. 92.1 and 10:10 a.m. Your home for UWSP, Smash, and Pacelli sports. And your home for True Oldies. Listen to the games live at 921WPCN.com. The True Oldies channel.
The final score, Sports Bar and Grill. Watch your favorite teams while you enjoy the daily food and drink specials at the final score, second and Maria, Stevens Point.
Auto Select is your dependable auto repair and service destination with qualified technicians you know you can trust. Schedule an appointment or stop in to visit them at one of their 2 Stevens Point locations on Highway 10 East and on Church Street. Whether it's a nail in your tire, noise under the hood, or just an oil change, Auto Select gets you back on the road. Auto Select. Quality, dependable auto repair and service performed by qualified technicians you can trust.
Hi everyone, Scott Glinski here, CEO of Skyward. Since 1980, we've watched as your student athlete went from playing t-ball in kindergarten to making varsity their junior year. During that time, we've stayed committed to one goal, keeping your student athlete performing at 100% in the classroom. That's why we provide our Family Access Parent Portal, where you can stay up to date on academic scores, attendance, course requests, and more. The result? Your student athlete can focus on the sports they love while being a front runner in the classroom. As times continue to change around us, our commitment to our customers and community remains strong. Skyward, a proud supporter of local and state athletics.
Sentry World, proudly supporting boys and girls high school sports and men's and women's university sports in the Stevens Point and Central Wisconsin community.
The Quant Fieldhouse, where the Pointers enjoy a 45-39 lead over the Lakeland Muskies. Let's look at some halftime stats for Lakeland, the visitors. They finished that first half 13 of 27, 48%, 6 of 12 from behind the three-point line, 50%. They started off as cold as could be, and boy, they finished that last half nailing 6 3-point shots. 7 of 9 from the foul line, 77%. They had but 7 rebounds, none on their offensive end, to go with 5 assists, 5 turnovers, and they had 4 steals and a block shot. For our Pointers, 19 of 30, 63% from the field, 2 of 5 from the three-point line, 40%, and 5 of 8 from the foul line. 17 rebounds in that first half for the Pointers, 10 more than the Muskies, 4 on their offensive end, 10 assists to go with 5 turnovers, 3 steals, and a block shot. Rounds out the Pointers line. Dominance so far in that first first half was down in the paint, where the Pointers outscored the Muskies 32-12, an advantage of 20. But obviously it was layups and outside shooting that kept the Muskies close here in that first half. And again, Pointers up 45-39, up by 6.
All right, scoring-wise, well, as we might have expected, Sanjay Hunter leads the Muskies with 13 right now. 8 for Jackson Dillon. Then you drop down to 3 apiece for Max Justic, Emmett Konieczny, and Gage Cornell. 2 for Addison Middlestead, and 2 for DeLon Zelikoffer-White. For the Pointers, it is Josiah Butler with a dozen to lead the way. 7 apiece for Seth Myron and Cal Crone. 6 points for Josh Booker. 5 for Logan Bumgartner. 4 each for Max Raymer and Grant Muntz. And Stevens Point does have, as John said, the 6-point lead. Now, I'm not complaining by any stretch when I say what I'm going to say here, but you were rolling, and when the subs came, somehow the momentum changed, whether you lost your defense, whether you kind of thought, okay, and you relaxed a little bit. Again, I'm not complaining. I'm not saying wrong move by the coach. I would have been doing it. You're up by 17. It looked like, okay, this is going to be one of those. Credit the Muskies because they started to make some shots, but, a change of momentum. Momentum is a huge thing. A lot of times we don't like to hear the word all the time, John. Oh, momentum. What the heck? You played enough sports. We've been around it long enough. It's a huge thing.
Well, it is. And when you have the momentum rolling for yourself, you can continue to spread leads. And momentum, when it goes against you, you can find it suddenly very hard to get stops and to turn it the other way. Fortunately, we were able to right that ship. Did they ever come back and get a lead, Scotty? I know they got to within 1.
Nope, that was it one time.
It was 30.
I know.
Yeah, I do think they got the lead at 31-30 after we led by 17. Right, I'm sorry. And we were able to right the ship and get back to the locker room with a 6-point lead. I don't think our coaching staff was in the locker room particularly happy about the effort of the first half.
No, I would agree.
And particularly on the defensive end.
So, Pointers up by 6, and everybody back out getting ready to go. We'll take a final 2-minute break, come back, get the second half started. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN.
Welcome to Springville Sports Barn, where great food and sports come together. Located in the heart of Plover, Springville is dishing up the best plates, from their famous cheesy Italian fries to homemade pizzas to the best Friday fish features in Plover, all while you cheer on your favorite teams. Follow Springville Sports Barn on Facebook and visit their website for the most up-to-date events and specials. Reservations and takeouts are available. Located on Plover Springs Drive in Plover, look for the Big Red Barn. Open Tuesday through Sunday at 11 a.m.
We examine lab results closely. We monitor treatment progress meticulously. But what we see is you. We see how cancer affects the life you lead and touches the love you share. Even as we practice the latest treatments and consider the most advanced options, what we see is how we can provide the best possible care for you. Cancer care is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Cancer Care. What we see is you.
Nate Olson of Next Home Priority is a slam dunk. Nate is the top producing agent in Portage County and #1 in families served. Buying or selling a home? Make sure to get Nate Olson on your team.
All right, back out at the front. Pointers lead 45-39. What's going to happen, Z?
Well, I'm going to watch Sanjay Hunter. I think he's the key to this game. Now, obviously, he's the leading scorer, but we have to defend him. We have to keep him out of the paint. When we've had to double him, then he's done a good job of kicking, and then we've had to start rotating and chasing, and they've done a good job of swinging the ball to the perimeter of open shooters. So we've got to contain him one-on-one. keep him away from the rim. If he hits tough shots over the top from 15, 18 feet, that's okay. But you just can't let him get by you, and then you start having to help, and then you'll give open threes up. And so I think it all starts with our ability to defend that young man.
Him in particular today, and others coming up the rest of the season, right?
And in the past games too.
Yeah.
Guards have bothered us. Quick penetrating guards have bothered us this year, no doubt about it.
Well, let's see what happens. Keep our fingers crossed on that. Rock and Roll Cafe, where the sports stars meet. Rock and Roll Cafe, always welcoming friends, family, and athletes. Rock and Roll Cafe, Stevens Point.
You just got to get stops. You almost want to count stops. There was time again there in that half, Scotty, where there were like 6, 7, 8 possessions in a row that the Muskies scored. And you may remember the nightmare half we had, the second half down at North Park, when I believe they scored on 15 consecutive possessions.
Yeah.
That's not going to get it done at any level.
All right, Lakeland will have the ball to start off the second half, and we're underway. Sanjay Hunter into the front court. Carter Combs has him. High left side to Braun. Braun gives back out on top. Morotic down. Well, he got to the elbow, and that was about it. Hunter, ball in hand now on Seth Myron. Takes him right to the basket, draws a foul.
So they got the switch, and then when Hunter knew he had the bigger player on him, it's like, I know I can beat him, and that time he drew the foul.
Carter Combs got the foul, coming over to try to help.
It's almost a case where if you could, you wanted to switch back. And everybody needs to know where Hunter is. He's the key to this team, right? So if you see him and he's looking like he's going to attack the lane, then you probably need to help on him.
A little clock issue, I guess, so they're trying to reset that right now.
Yeah, it can't be down to 1917 already.
Auto Select, quality, dependable auto repair and service performed by qualified technicians you can trust.
Probably more like 1947, I'm thinking, Scotty.
That'd be about 13 seconds.
Well, they're going
right?
to take it 1940, which is fine. It could be 1917 because it's the first possession and they didn't use all 30.
All right. Hunter will get to the free throw line where he's 4 out of 4 on the day.
Yep.
And just when you score 20, you can shoot free throws, and he's got 5 out of 5.
The last thing you want to do out of the locker room is give their leading scorer 2 free throws in the first possession.
Yep.
Just been a struggle.
45, he got one to miss. Well, 45-40 is your score.
And now
the clock doesn't work at all.
Going on. Now
So we'll have to work on that a little bit.
Yeah.
Now the clock's running.
Now the clock's running, but all by itself.
Yeah, well, it's magic.
We have a rabbit clock suddenly.
We have that going. The Spash girls are playing, but we cannot cover them because they're starting up in the Berg gym for what it's worth.
So what is the world now? We're at 1924 and 15. Somehow we've got to get this back to 1938 and 28.
You know what? Let's just call game and Pointers get the win.
Well, do you do a reboot on this, the old-fashioned? Well, now they've got it where it needs to be, but will it work? 1938 in the game and 28 on the shot clock.
I heard 1938 was a good year. Were we coming out of the Depression by 38? I think so, right?
I think so.
So, must have been pretty good. My dad would have been, your dad would have been a little older.
My dad would have been 13. No, I think the same age. They were 13, born in 1925, I believe.
Except my dad would have been a December baby.
Yeah, my dad was August. My mom was July. Yeah. All right, see if it works.
45-40. We'll go as far as we can with the clock. Cal Crone, top of the circle, left side. Carter Combs down on the baseline. Seth Myron trying to take his man in. Goes up left hand, scores.
He loves to finish that left hand. It looks like he's got an easier shot right-handed, but he turns to the left.
Hunter into the front court. Right wing, it'll go there. Justic brings his dribble back out. Left side, Morotic off the handoff. Hunter to the free throw line. Double team, kick out left side. Step back three, not going to go. Rebound tipped into the hands of Combs. Now you have to come down and get a basket. Get a little separation. Bumgartner into the lane. Pulls up. Bounces it down deep. Cal goes up, lays it in.
Well, good first two possessions using our strength and size to score. Coach not at all happy with the ball screens, thinking that they're moving. I'm talking about Lakeland's.
Hunter, a runner down the lane by Dillon, got by Cal.
Boy, tough shot.
Yep.
Little runner.
49-42, Stevens Point. Combs over to the right side, Myron. Lob over the top, Cal with the catch, and then has it stripped away, picked up in the corner. Well, you got it all the way down into the post and then don't hang on to the ball. Roddick on the left wing with the dribble. Kick out will go there. Justic trying to go down the lane. Had a pop away, but he got it back. Now stolen by Carter Combs. Carter on the break. Down to the other end. Layup good with a foul. Carter did kind of what Hunter did in the first half. Put his shoulder down and just went.
He did. He took advantage of the defender not having good position. And you could construe that as an offensive foul, right?
Yeah, that's why I mentioned it that way. Because you could, in theory, have said, no, he lowered the shoulder.
And he did.
But they didn't call it the first half, so I was hoping they weren't going to switch and do it in the second.
And I was happy to see Carter being aggressive there. A lot of times he turns those opportunities down. That time he said, I'm going to score.
He's 0 for 1 from the line tonight. Or today, I guess. He's 1 out of 2. His first 3 points of the game, 10-point advantage, 52-42, Stevens Point. Hunter on the wing, Carter trying to poke it away. Hunter behind the back, lost it. Got it to Cal Crone, up to Josiah, left side. Nice pass by Carter underneath the set. Byron, he'll lay it up and in. Muskie's timeout. Pointers up by 12. That was a nice break.
That was beautiful. Classic 3-on-2. Well, after the steal, we got out, had the lanes filled, went down to the block. Carter got it on the left wing and drew that back defender. Beautiful bounce pass. Nothing better than a pass off the floor.
Sentry World proudly supporting boys and girls high school sports, men's and women's university sports in the Stevens Point, central Wisconsin area. Well, 54-42.
Good beginning like we saw in the first half. Let's see if we can keep that momentum on our side this 20 minutes.
Yeah, that was a good play by Carter. He got the poke away and then, got the break going and everything worked well.
And that followed his three-point play on the prior possession. So Carter really accounting for 5 quick points.
Yeah. We have ended up with a pretty darn nice crowd here today on Monday afternoon.
Yep.
I guess a lot more people don't work on this week than I was aware. Don't blame me.
The roads were not real great early today.
Yeah.
And then I was stopped, as I told you, on Highway 10 coming in from Amherst this morning. Semi lost control and was covering on 2 lanes, but here I am.
Yep, you're okay. Yep. Hunter into the front court, pointers by a dozen. Out on top, it'll go to Gage Cornell into the game. Top of the circle, a right side pass, Braun into the hands of Justic. Around to Hunter again.
And they're finally going to call the moving screen.
Illegal screen.
Finally. They don't say instead of rolling off that screen, they just sort of slowly roll, making the screen bigger. So
almost a double screen, if you will, without the second body.
and that's illegal.
Butler on the right wing. Cal trying to post. Josiah gets it to him on the perimeter. Thought about giving it back to Josiah. Inside, Carter Combs. Beautiful pass by Cal Crone.
And good cut by Carter.
Now it's a 14-point lead. Muskie's front court. Up on top, it'll go to Cornell. Over to the left wing. Dillon against Butler. Outside, Braun. Left corner. 3-ball no. Long rebound corner, Hunter. And they'll reload with a fresh 20. Braun on the right wing against Cal. Takes him to the baseline. Cal does a good job cutting him off. Dillon back out to Hunter. Hunter against Carter behind the back. Carter poked it away. Picked up there. Back to Hunter. Drives it deep. Runner off the glass. No. Tip rebound. The smallest guy on the floor had it. Then it goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Stevens Point.
Give Hunter credit, Scotty. He got that rebound in the middle of 4 pointers.
Yep. He's quicker.
And he's battling.
That's the big thing.
Off the floor quick, right?
Yep. Lead feed right side. Crone on the wing. Leaves it up for Josiah. Carter Combs. Bounce pass right baseline. Block area. Myron. Kick out Logan. 3 ball. No. Rebound Cal. Put back good.
Well, that ball went up so high off the rebound it gave Cal a chance to run in and get the rebound.
58-42. Stevens Point 16. Down
boy.
to the baseline, and Hunter lost the ball, got it back, made a bad pass. Myron outlet, Butler front court to the basket, and nice play defensively to swipe it away.
Tell you what,
Lost it out of bounds. Justin.
If Josiah looks up, he's got a trailer wide open.
I think he had 2 of them. He
did.
15:45 to go. We've got a media timeout. Let's take that break. We'll come right back. UW Stevens Point men's basketball, WPCN.
Since 1977, Partners Pub in Stevens Point has been a favorite local bar and grill and still is today, providing great food, drinks, and entertainment 365 days a year, and a great place to watch your favorite sports teams on the big screen. Only a few blocks from the UWSP campus and Berkey Field, Partners is your best pregame destination. One of the lowest food and drink priced establishments in town, serving quality 7 days a week. Located on Stanley Street in Stevens Point, Partners Pub and Grill. Taste the tradition. The Final Score Sports Bar and Grill, the Pointer's favorite sports bar. Take in your favorite games with amazing food and drinks.
15:45 to go in this basketball game. And Stevens Point out to a lead. Cost cutters, not only making you look fabulous, but now they look fabulous too. Their new location is at 492 Division Street, just a little bit south and on the other side of the street from where they were. They're right next to the radio station on Division. Pointer with the ball. Kick out. Myron wants a 3. Got it. His first of the game.
Well, this is sort of deja vu going back to the first half, Scotty. See if we can keep ourselves composed this half.
Cornell sends it right. Dillon off the screen there. Trying to get by Cal into the lane. Ball pops free. Carter Coleman's on the breakout. Carter will take it all the way to the basket. Scoops the layup. No rebound to Butler. Foul.
Well, we're turning them over. They've been putting their backs to us, trying to back down, and we've done a good job sneaking that second defender. When they show back, we've come from the blind side and have gotten some steals, which has led to open floor bust-outs.
Carter will get 2 free ones. That foul was on Hunter. They show 2. I thought it was his 3rd, but I guess I had it wrong. Carter's free throw crawls off the rim. They see 142.
They're showing 3 in the live stats, Scotty.
Okay, so the scoreboard's wrong. Sometimes you have to... The scoreboard is not always accurate for everything, and sometimes I forget that. Carter missed the first. He won't miss the second. It is a 20-point lead.
They're only 67% on the year, Scotty. And
he'll be a lot better than by the end.
He's an 80% shooter in my mind, and he will be.
Max Raymer into the game for Stevens Point along with Booker now. 20-point lead, biggest to the game. Front court it'll go. Up near the timeline and over to the left side. Cornell against Bumgartner to the free throw circle.
There it is again.
Poked away by Butler. Down on the floor. Dug out of there by Myron. Off it'll go to Butler. Long feed up to Booker. Catch, tough one. Got it back somehow to Raymer. Slides inside. Missed it. Tipped up, no. Raymer with the rebound again. And we're going to get a jump or a foul.
We're going to get a foul.
Now they're aggressive on the glass.
Boy, did he battle there. What a face Max was making. He really wanted that ball. What a great effort by the freshman.
Cornell with his second.
Maybe the message got home at the halftime in the locker room, Scotty.
Yeah. Well, here comes Delan Zollicoffer-White, the guy that, in a sense, changed things in that opening half. Inbound, Butler, right corner. Off it'll go to Seth down to the baseline. Trying to back in against Cornell. Spin move. Bounces underneath the Booker. Takes it up. Missed it. A lot of contact. Josh pokes it away. Takes it out in the corner. Comes back. Lays it up. No foul and a block. He's inside the cylinder. Booker starting to show us a little bit.
Yeah, ordinarily, that might have been a charge, but as you aptly pointed out, Scotty, the defender was inside the arc, so by rule, you cannot get a charge there.
Booker will be at the line. Josh,
you think he knew that?
Josh?
Yeah, coming in.
Maybe not.
He's in the arc, I can go.
Maybe not.
Another missed free throw.
62-42, 14:35 to go.
A few places that Josh can improve is on that free throw line. 47% is all this year. And he gets to the line quite a bit.
Yeah. Second one is going to come up short. And the rebound to the corner. Zollicoffer-White saved it off the leg of Seth Myron. And it'll go back to the Muskies. 20-point lead on your Final Score Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard.
Oh, we've missed 3 free throws.
Score amazing specials. Stevens Point's perennial Sports Bar and Grill, the final score. Zollicoffer-White into the hands of Konieczny. Long cross court, left corner, Middlestead against Butler. Drives him to the paint, and we're going to get a whistle.
I'm going to say a foul on Josiah Butler.
Yep. His first on Josiah.
Team foul.
2? Yep. 20-point lead, as big as it's been all game long. Muskies to inbound. They get it in. Middlestead, left corner. We'll work it against Butler. Shot clock 15. Cornell on top. Right side through the hands and out of bounds right to Matt Justic's hands.
Tell you what, they being the Muskies have been turning it over in these first 6 minutes, not helping themselves at all. I know we've ran this out to 20-point lead, but we've had some help on their turnovers.
So, Pointers with the ball back, maybe a chance to extend. Max Raymer, right side Butler. Josiah takes it, puts it on the deck, off to Booker, left side Carter. Combs to the free throw circle and then backs it out. Booker getting pushed around a little bit. Crossed the way. Maybe by mistake Butler got it, and then he couldn't hit the shot inside. Thought he was fouled. Up it'll come. Middlestead slings it to the corner. Back out it'll come. Zollicoffer-White with the dribble against Booker. He lost the handle on that one. And then the ball pops free. Somehow it goes back to him in the lane. Turnaround jumper, and he got the roll.
Once you know that loose ball situation is scrambled, and it changed all the defenses around, and they got 2.
62-44. Max Raymer to the rack, lays it up and in. Max getting more and more comfortable. Yep, Cal set to come back.
Yep.
20-point lead again. Zollicoffer-White. Cornell, top of the circle against Logan. Takes him down the lane. Turnaround jumper. Good.
Tough shot. Well defended.
Cornell.
Well defended.
Quickly, Raymer on the left side. Carter and over to the left side. It'll go there. Skip pass from Bumgartner. Raymer in the corner. Back to Booker. He wants the 3. In and out. No rebound.
That's the shot you want.
I would agree with you. Justic, front court down the lane. Kick out to the wing. Middlestead. 12:29 to go in the ball game. Raymer tried to hold his own. Middlestead turnaround jumper. That'll rim off. Combs rebound.
Well, this is the point in the first half where things turned around.
Tricor Insurance, dedicated to helping our clients, employees, and communities succeed. Offices, Stevens Point, Marshfield, Wisconsin Rapids, another turnover, and then the Muskies turn it right back over to the Pointers. 19-point game.
Not good basketball the last minute and a half by either team.
Carter Combs off to Raymer. Well, started to get a little bit, I don't know, out of control, a little sped up a little bit. Booker to the rack and draws a foul.
That's where you want Josh working is into the paint, around the rim and driving, but got to make free throws.
Media shooting or not,
I think it was on the drive, but we'll see what they say.
Foul is on Justic. And that will be his first, I do believe. 64-46, 11:49 to go. We've got a timeout. Let's take a 30. We will come right back. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN.
Hey parents, Scott Blinsky here, president of Skyward, where we know the value of time. That's why we're here to make sure busy parents like you can stay up to date on your kids' grades, attendance, lunch account balances, and more with Skyward Family Access and new mobile app. You'll save time checking in on our redesigned app and have more time to cheer on your kids. Access the information you need anytime, any place, and on any device with Skyward, a proud supporter of all local and state athletics.
11:49 to go in the ball game. Nate Olson of Next Home Priority is a slam dunk. Nate, the top producing agent in Portage County, #1 in families served. If you're buying or selling a home, make sure to get Nate Olson on your team.
Well, we're going to shoot a couple, Scotty.
Yeah, I thought that
Josh Booker back to the line. I'll tell you what, the Muskies in 8 minutes of play have turned the ball over 9 times in this half, which is why we now enjoy an 18-point lead. Free throws have been questionable again today. Right now, we're just 7 of 13, Scotty. That's just not good enough.
And they work on it.
Yep, every day.
Booker gets 2, got the first one. He's got 7 points in the game. Lead back to 19 now. Booker will get the second. Booker, a senior out of Kewaskum, Wisconsin. And that one rims out, but Raymer goes and tracks down the rebound. And why did they blow the horn?
They're doing something on the clock again that's not running.
Okay.
The shot clock reset to 20, but it didn't start running. So let's see, you probably got 1, 2, probably should be at 17.
You're the math guy. I always lean on you for the math problems here. American Family Insurance. Contact Jim Migas, agent, 2415 Post Road, Plover. Give him a call, 341-5700.
17 it is.
Point will get the ball back. Nice job by Max. Into the game, by the way, for Stevens Point, Tyler Orr for a few moments or more. Myron on the left block, gets up inside, goes right hand overlaid. Did everything good, but overlaid.
Yeah, did all the hard work and then missed the layup.
Into the lane, down the lane, tough runner. We're going to count it with a foul. Roddick got in deep.
See how quickly things can turn. You miss 2 you should have, and you run it down and get 2. Suddenly that's a 4-point swing. Make this a 5-point swing just that quick.
Cal Crone, his second personal.
They're putting nobody on the line here, Scotty.
Free throw is good.
Kind of letting the other 4 go down and rest a little bit. Well, that was a big bucket. And 1.
So the lead down to 16. Combs goes left, Orr with it. Booker with the screen. Orr gives it back. Myron, right side. Combs. Booker trying to post. Crone outside the arc. Guarded there by Braun down to the baseline. Cal will take him inside. Goes up, left hand. Didn't get it to go. And then the Muskies stepped on the baseline with the basketball.
You notice how Cal was falling away from the rim? As we know, when he's taking those left-hand shots, he's so much better when he's leaning in at the rim.
Gets it again, goes inside, double team comes. What do they call there?
I don't know.
I have no idea. Do they call traveling?
But nobody made the signal, but I think that's what they called, Scotty.
Wow. Weird.
Well, here we are again. We get that 20-point lead and then kind of go into a funk.
Out to Hunter. Cutting off the high post. Morodic again against Myron down the right side of the lane. Gives back to Hunter behind the back. Takes it to the baseline, into the corner. Konieczny. Back out it'll come. Morodic. Double team. 6 on the shot clock. He'll throw it at the hoop and off the rim. Combs with a rebound. Carter front court, heads left, leaves it for Orr. Back over to Carter on the wing. Takes his time, takes it to the circle, picked up the dribble, needs help, finds Cal, left block. Down to the baseline, double team comes over. Cal has it swatted away again. And saved here by the Muskies. Up the floor it'll come. Right wing, Braun leaves it back for Hunter. Gets a step, drives baseline from behind the basket. And we're going to get a foul call.
Well, and Cal not happy with himself because back-to-back turnovers.
3 on Carter Combs now. So Josiah will have to come back.
Well, and that turnover allowed Hunter to get the ball out and run and get an open floor. So Carter gets the foul, but the mistake started on the turnover.
Yep. 2 free throws for Hunter, and he missed the second in a row. Surprise, surprise.
We're going to have to come back to Josiah Butler. It's almost like without him on the floor, our offense struggles.
Good job, Butler. 16-point pointer lead. 10 minutes still to go. Hunter made 1 out of the 2.
Well, they're up by 20. They've cut 5 out of it. This is real similar to the first half.
Butler to Combs. Or set a screen, almost got knocked over. It'll go to Myron on top to Carter. Combs right side, Butler. Crone on the right block. He's got a smaller man, Braun on him. Gives it back out. Or wants 3. Got it. Nice job by Tyler. That's his first basket as a pointer. 68-50.
Rice Lake native, transfer from Winona State.
Across the way, it'll go from Roddick into the corner. Konieczny outside. Handoff pass, Hunter, a quick shot. That one is a 3. Actually, Dylan. Pardon me.
Well, and that erases our 3.
Yep.
That was a long one.
That was. And right off the catch. Myron, high post. Roddick playing the D. Out it'll go to Butler. Butler left, or down on the sideline. Combs into the lane. Double team comes out to Butler. Or in the corner, drives baseline. A little runner, too strong. Tipped around, rebound. Muskies. Repeat left side, Hunter. We're going to get a blocking foul on Combs.
That'll be his 4th. Yep. Well, not be a shooting foul. Spolly saved the basket, Scotty.
Guessing so.
But now he's gonna go to the bench for, boy, who knows how long.
Well, now Max Raymer will come back. Crone comes out. Combs comes out. Baumgartner and Raymer in.
Well, give the Muskies credit, Scotty.
Yeah.
They've battled us and forced us into some mistakes today.
I mean, they are 2-8, but it doesn't mean they're blown out in every game. And they're playing hard. This is a big game for them. Inbounds,
what do we got? Out of bounds?
What are we going to get?
We stole the ball. Seth Myron did, but he was on the end line.
Yep. So it'll go right back over to the Muskies.
21 seconds on the shot clock. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
That's not been our best basketball of the year.
Aspirus Health, passion for excellence, compassion for people. Muskies with the ball. And Roddick got the inside shot.
Came off a simple screen, and we just trailed them all the way around the screen.
Go side to Myron. Kick out on top, Baumgartner. 68-55 was a 20-point lead. Seth has it poked away. Out of bounds, it'll go back to Stevens Point on the baseline. 8:16 to go in the ball game. Inbound, it'll come to Myron. Seth back to the basket, into the lane. Nice pass underneath. Raymer lays it up and in with a foul. Boy, Max is making some great cuts to the basket. Foul called on Jackson Dillon. His 3rd. Team 7. Raymer will try to make it a 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, Max is giving us some real valuable minutes.
Vista Royale Campground, Isherwood Road in Bancroft, making memories one campsite at a time. Free throw good, 9 points for Raymer. 71-55. Hunter outside, Braun left side. Konieczny back into the hands of Hunter. He'll lift the 3 over Butler. In and out, no. Myron rebound.
Good
Moore's going to
defense.
run it up quickly. Front court, left side, Bumgartner thought about three, takes it to the left baseline, trying to work his way into the lane. Bangs his way down and then has the ball stolen away. Too much dribbling in the post. Over to the right side, kick to the corner, wide open three off the rim. Bumgartner with a rebound. Oh boy, that's one of those like you see in football. Inadvertent, but you come down on the back of a guy's legs. Logan looks like he's okay. It'll be a foul.
And he's going to go.
He's hurting.
He's going to go shoot a bonus. Yeah, he's already got the wrap on that right knee. And I think we're going to get a media here.
Yep, 7:34 to go.
Logan will come back and shoot a bonus.
71-55, Pointers lead. And they'll go to the free throw line when we return in 30 seconds. UW Stevens Point men's basketball, WPCN.
From small-town businesses to large multi-state operations, Tricor Insurance have industry expertise that can cover all types of businesses.
Having an insurance agency that understands our business is a real benefit. They know our people. It's something Tricor does really well.
Tricor's in-depth knowledge of insurance, regulation, compliance, and safety consulting is here to help your business succeed. Working with leading insurance companies like Auto Owners Insurance. They'll be there when you need them most. Visit TricorInsurance.com to learn more about Tricor Insurance Cycle of Care.
7:34 to go. Your final score. Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard shows Stevens Point 71, Lakeland 55. Final score, quarter of second in Maria Stevens Point. They have all of your game day needs. John, you're shooting 60% from the field. You'd think you have, well, you do have a pretty good lead. Don't get me wrong there. But somehow I don't feel comfortable.
No, it's been that way all year, hasn't it? They being Lakeland Muskies, have just 6 of 13, 46% in the second half. They've been their own worst enemy, Scotty. They've turned it over 10 times, so they've only had 13 shots.
Logan's run into the 1-and-1 good. They got another 72-55. Try to get it back up to 18. Isaiah Moore back in. First time of the second half. And Logan short-armed one, but Myron got the rebound. Double clutches, tried to take it up, stripped away down on the floor. We'll get a jump ball.
Oh, they're going to call a foul.
No. And they did. Wow. His first 16.
Not sure I saw that, but...
All right, Hunter up the right wing against Butler. Stripped away by Logan Bumgartner.
Another
Turned
turnover.
his back. Logan front court into the lane, down the lane, goes up, overlaid, foul finally. The whistle a little tardy.
Better late than never, right?
Yeah, I guess. But sometimes I do think, and maybe that's the way they do it now, they wait to see if a basket's good or not. Logan was definitely fouled. He'll get 2. Now you got to make both. Third personal, by the way. And this is the first on Braun. 19 fouls on the Muskies.
Just 10 of 19, Scotty. Foul shooting has just not been good this year.
Yeah.
We shoot 71% as a team, but we have a lot of guys missing free throws.
Logan missed both, believe it or not.
Oh, boy, that's three in a row.
72-55, lead feed, right corner. Muskies right back down after it. Kick out, Hunter. Left wing, Dylan wants 3 more, and he got it.
That one brought rain. That was a high arcing triple. Tell you what, missing free throws will cost you games.
14-point lead. Had it at 20. Myron right elbow. Over to Raymer, and left side it'll go Butler. Josiah has not scored in the second half. Long cross court into the post. It'll go to Myron. Gets deep, double team, goes and scores.
Well, he's been our surest offense. I haven't really had an answer for him as he posts down deep.
74-58. Down the lane quickly to the basket, overlaid. Bumgartner rebound.
Well, we dodged one there.
Butler.
Should have been 2.
Yeah. Braun went right by his man. Logan handoff, Butler, high right. Had it poked away into the corner. Logan inside. Myron gets in deep left and scores. A lot of contact.
Well, Seth is having his way.
Back up by 18. Hunter into the front court. Out on the right wing, sends it top of the circle. Left side, it'll go to Dillon. Again, he's got 4 threes, so stay on him. Deep three coming up here, and raining threes right now for the Muskies.
A team that hasn't shot threes particularly well. 29%.
5:42 to go. Moore over to Bumgartner. Left side, Butler. Into the lane, jump stop, spin move, up the side, travel.
Yep, he did.
Yeah, drag the pivot foot. Grant Muntz in for Stevens Point. For Logan. 76-61.
Josiah Butler doing a pretty good job on Hunter in Carter's absence with 4 fouls.
Yep. Hunter front court. Josiah handoff up on top into the hands of Cornell. Shot won't go. Moore high for the rebound. Isaiah quickly, front court, right wing. Bounce pass. Grant, kick out. Myron. Seth looking, back door, nobody there. Now he finds Butler on the wing. Lobs it out. Myron wants a triple. Buried it.
Boy, he's having a game.
Myron a catch, shoot 3, and that lead grows back to 18. 4:56 to go in the ball game, and we will get a timeout. Stevens Point, 30-second timeout. 79-61. Let's take the 30. We're coming right back. Pointer basketball, WPCN.
We examine EKGs and use advanced imaging to uncover minute details. But what we see is you. We see how your heart beats with love and powers laughter. Even as we practice the latest medical science and perform advanced procedures, what we see is how we can help you live a healthy and active life. Healthcare is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Heart Care. What we see is you.
4:56 to go. Stevens Point still up by 18. Biggest lead was 20.
Yep. 64-44. That came at 11:49. So, well, we've certainly played better defense in this second half, and they've helped us a little bit by turning the ball over.
Into the front court comes Hunter with the ball in hand. Switch off. Muntz has him now. Send it across the way. Braun with it on the wing, long cross court. Hunter lifts it over. Grant came up a hair short, right?
Yep. It was right on line and just caught the front of the rim.
Butler looks and goes into the post to Grant Muntz. Steps through, kicks it out, open, Moore, 3. Got it. First for Isaiah Moore.
Biggest lead of the game, 21, Scotty.
Out on top, Braun with it. Goes left, Cornell. 82-61. Pull-up jumper off the rim. Moore high for the rebound. Isaiah crosses the timeline, gives it to Grant on the wing. He'll take it to the top of the circle. Over to Raymer. Max lobs it down, right block. Myron backs his way down, goes left hand, and he got it to go again.
I tell you what, they've got no answer for Seth Myron, who's having a night afternoon, I guess. Well, the Muskies put a scare into us in that first half, Scotty, but it's looking like we're going to be okay.
Down to the baseline, it'll go to Braun. Almost got a steal there. Cornell across the way. Justic out on the wing. A lot of perimeter. I will say that Dillon, who has been unbelievable, got rid of it. Justic wants the 3. That's going to rim out high. Moore with a rebound. Well, it's actually Braun with the shot.
This is going to be in the win category, Scotty.
Yeah, and to take a win, right? Butler, top of the circle, right side Moore. Down to the baseline, Muntz. We're going to get James Jacobs in. Grant up inside and is foul.
Good patience down in the post, split the double team. And he should go to the line, and he'll get, what, here, a bonus?
I think so. Yeah. I think that's 9 on the Muskies. That might be 10.
10.
Yeah, 10.
Yep, he's going to get 2.
All right, 84-61. Pointers next game. And boy, if you're a Pointer fan, this is when we're going to need you now.
Yeah.
Undefeated UW Eau Claire will come in here And they're good. They're really good. They brought in a couple of transfers and a couple of D2 transfers. One big guy built a lot like Josh Booker, but a couple of inches bigger, my understanding.
But bigger.
And
taller.
They're going to be very difficult. Plus, as you've already talked about, Renta, who's just an unbelievable shooter. So Pointers will need all the support they can get. 5 o'clock on Saturday night.
Yeah, it'll be a tough opener, but you look across the conference. Which team would not be a tough opener? I mean, welcome to the WIAC. You're either at your best in the WIAC or you pretty much lose, and I don't care who you're playing.
That's a fact.
I don't know if we have played our best yet.
I would agree with you.
We certainly haven't played 40 minutes of really, really solid basketball. Now, that's easier said than done, right? That's the goal. That's what you have your eyes on is 40 minutes of solid basketball. Hard to do.
Grant Muntz will get 2 free ones here. 84-61. Into the game is Drew Doust. Into the game is Shane Tarjan. Free throw comes up short by Grant. Into the game, as we mentioned just a little bit ago, for Stevens Point, James Jacobs.
Grant's first free throws of the year.
Is that right?
Yep.
Well, let's get at least to 50%. There you go.
Well, let's see what these young guys can do.
85-61. Front court, crossed the way, Cornell. Off on the wing, Dillon got by his man right down the lane, foul called.
Yeah, the help came over. And that would be James Jacobs. They got around that ball screen up on top, and we're going down the lane. Good job of James recognizing that and getting there to help. Just a half a slide late.
2 free throws for Dillon, and the first is good.
He's been a good, he's our second leading scorer, 14-7 a game, 68% free throw shooter. He hit some big.
He's got 17 right
some long threes today.
Yeah. Second one is off the rim and in. He will leave into the game. Will come R.J. Hines, a junior out of Gainesville, Florida. Made his way to basically Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Welcome.
Sometimes you wonder.
Welcome to the Great White North in terms of cold and snowy today.
Drew Doust, left wing pass will go to Muntz out on top to Tarjan. Double team comes out. Moore, top of the circle. Right side to Drew. Fumbled it, got it back, takes it down to the baseline, gives it back out to Grant. Shot clock 10. James Jacobs into the lane, kick out Doust. Tarjan inside, underlaid, tipped rebound, and pulled out of there by Hines. Up it will come. Lakeland into the circle. R.J. Hines, guarded there by Jacobs, and the pass tipped away by Drew Doust. Out of bounds. 18 on the shot clock. Warriors are going to get the win. Cheese Pleasers, the freshest, best tasting cheese snack products produced in Bancroft. Cheese trays freshly made.
Tell you what, Lakeland came to play, Scotty. They competed hard, and they actually got a lead after trailing by 17 in that first half. They're actually able to come and get a 1-point lead in that half.
Dylan Taylor, the sophomore out of Oshkosh West, into the game. His alma mater will be playing here right after this. Out high, into the lane, down the lane. Oh, nice bounce pass across. Hines waited for the defender to come back down, goes up and scores. 85-65, minute 55. Tarjan, Jacobs, right wing. Taylor over to the right side. It'll go again. Doust works his way down deep and then fumbled the ball away. Up the wing it'll come. Down to the corner with it. Into the lane. Middlestead. Down to the block. Kick out on the perimeter. Drive down to the baseline. Lift the shot. It won't go. Hines with a foul over the back, but no whistle. Back into the lane it will go. Fresh 20. On the wing. Middlestead against Grant Muntz. Step back 3.
Wow.
Got it.
That was well defended.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get a new group of guys in. Brandon Tilley, Emmett Hune, Some of these guys getting their first action. Nick Fox into the game. That's a story in itself. Austin Schaumburg into the game. And Taylor will stay. This is cool that you get some of these guys in even for a minute. Fox on top. Holds it there, takes it down to the baseline. Said Fox, Schaumburg, pardon me. Outside it'll go. Tilly pulls up from 14. Off the rim, no. Rebound battled for. Hines comes out with it. 85-68, Stevens Point. Hines goes coast to coast. Somebody forgot to play.
You know what? We had two guys on him at half court and nobody on him at the free throw line. And of course, what's the first rule of defense? Is to stop the ball. We had two guys and they never actually did make him give the ball up.
Austin Hone comes in. By the way, Cam Shirk out of Pacelli is in right now for the Muskies. Also in is Jamar Lampley out of Brown Deer High School. So the Pointers will get the win, up by 15. Taylor to the top of the circle. Tilly fakes the three, steps to the circle, takes it into the lane, bounce pass underneath. Austin lost the handle. They say it was tipped out. 85-70, 36 seconds to go. Stevens Point's going to get win number 10. And the inbound comes to Emmett Hume. Off to Tilly, almost had it poked away, gives it up on top to Fox. Nick, handoff pass there. Around the horn, Schaumburg down the lane, scooping layup, missed it. Hume with the putback, no. Schaumburg had it again, lost it. Hume picks it up, 18 seconds, tried to go to the hoop, lost it, got it back to Tilly, goes up inside, banks it in.
Well, he's got a Wyack body, I'll say that.
Brandon Tilly's first as a pointer.
He is a strong
87-70.
young man with a wide body. There was a travel.
Yep, that's for sure. Zolikoff for White. Lifts the jumper. That won't go, and that'll be the final shot of the game. Your final score here in the Quant on this Monday afternoon. UW Stevens Point 87, Lakeland 70. We'll take a 2-minute break, come right back. UW Stevens Point men's basketball, WPCN.
Hi everyone, Scott Glinski here, CEO of Skyward. Since 1980, we've watched as your student athlete went from playing t-ball in kindergarten to making varsity their junior year. During that time, we've stayed committed to one goal, keeping your student athlete performing at 100% in the classroom. That's why we provide our Family Access Parent Portal, where you can stay up to date on academic scores, attendance, course requests, and more. The result? Your student athlete can focus on the sports they love while being a front runner in the classroom. As times continue to change around us, our commitment to our customers and community remains strong. Skyward, a proud supporter of local and state athletics.
Cheese Pleasers wishes the best of luck to area teams this season. Cheese Pleasers has the freshest and best tasting natural snack cheese products made right in Bancroft, Wisconsin. They are the true pioneer of the 2-ounce snacks. Their store is conveniently located at 5364 Glenville Road, Bancroft. Order online at cheesepleasersinc.com or call them today, 715-335-6750 for all your cheese needs. Wisconsin's finest cheese shop. Cheese Pleasers, proud to support high school sports.
The Final Score Sports Bar and Grill. Plan your before or after game get-together at the Final Score, 2nd and Maria, Stevens Point.
Auto Select is your dependable auto repair and service destination with qualified technicians you know you can trust. Schedule an appointment or stop in to visit them at one of their 2 Stevens Point locations on Highway 10 East and on Church Street. Whether it's a nail in your tire, noise under the hood, or just an oil change, Auto Select gets you back on the road. Auto Select. Quality, dependable auto repair and service performed by qualified technicians you can trust.
Cost Cutters not only makes you look fabulous, but now they look fabulous too in their new location at 492 Division Street right next to WSPT. Book online, call for an appointment, or just stop by to say hi for the look you want for a whole lot less.
Sentry World, a proud supporter of University of Wisconsin Stevens Point and high school sports in central Wisconsin.
Well, it wasn't particularly easy, even though the final score makes it look like, 17 points. But the key, and again, coaches want wins. They want you to play really good, sound basketball. They don't particularly care if you win by 17 or 7. although they prefer the 17, I guess. But let's give credit to the Muskies. They came to play. They played hard. They created some matchup problems. They were shorter, quicker, and that is... that's a recipe that the Pointers have to figure out somewhere along.
And they had a spell there in the second half, or the first half, where they made 5 threes in a row, and their leading scorer, Hunter, was able to get by us, get downhill. One thing that we definitely did better in the second half was when he was on that high ball screen, we did a good job of not allowing him to get the ball and get off that ball screen. They really stuck him right where he was, forced him to either try a shot out there or in most cases to give it up. And then a couple times, quite a few times actually, they came off that screen, turned their back to the helpers, and we were able to come and dig it out. And really, the second half, what really ignited the victory in the second half was their turnovers leading to open floor baskets by the Pointers. We raced out to about a 15-point lead off their turnovers, and that was, we never looked back at that point. So good job. You thought it was going to be easy, right, early on. We're up 22-5. That was at 12:53 in the first half. You're thinking, well, this is going to be a lopsided win. You may remember last year these two teams played. It was 91-59. And I give a lot of credit to the Muskies because they said it's not going to happen again. They actually outscored us 34-23 the last 12 minutes of that first half to go in down only by 6. And that would be about as close as they would get. It was 5 points at one point, and they would get no closer. So good job by our Pointers getting a win. I guess mission accomplished. You're probably not going to put this one in your highlight reel. You're not going to probably count this among your best film. But that's okay because it goes down as win number 10. And by the way, that goes down as Coach Dernbach's 50th win as a UWSP coach. So that's a milestone of sorts, right?
Yeah, I would agree.
And now you can turn your attention. Who knows? For all I know, Scotty's maybe mentally some of these guys had already turned their attention to Eau Claire. That's the trap nature of basketball. You look by somebody because you see your rival, that big conference opener coming up a few days away. And